You're welcome, Apes. This is a video clip about navigating your Google Classroom and finding and using resources on your online textbook. So if you do not have your Chromebook up and running in terms of the site, please pause and get your site to have your Google Classroom stream page up. I want to walk through where everything is located and how to access it. So I'm in period 3. But you would be in your Google Classroom. Your stream page is for announcements. Here we have our week at a glance, which is always the same link. You just move to the correct week for the slides. This is slide 4. And this is your reminder that you need to bookmark this web page for your class. So this is a Google site that has all of your resources, including Kahoots and all sorts of information on it as well. So this is my stream page. Then I'm going to click on classwork. When I get to classwork, I'm going to come over here to the left and find the week at a glance that I need. Yours will not look like this because this has all my drafts for the future. Yours will just have weekly assignments here. So you're going to click on that. And I have changed this week per the request of students that each of these has a separate submission, except the Edpuzzles, but you do have a link that will take you directly to your Edpuzzles. So you have your T-chart right here for resubmission. Those of you that are don't understand what claim evidence and reasoning is, this is an optional video right here that talks about how to do claim evidence and reasoning. That's a national science standard. We'll be doing it all year long, so make sure that you understand how to identify a claim. I gave you an article to read and a video to watch. 2 different scientists are talking about what happened to a civilization living on Easter Island. And you were trying to identify in those 2 documents or resources, what was the author's claim, what was their evidence given, at least 5 pieces of evidence, and then what was their reasoning for that claim. So again, if you watch this, it's a 7-minute clip. It will go through what a claim, evidence, and reasoning are. Okay, and you're going to resubmit this assignment. So if you check Skyward, you all should already have a grade for that, where you worked on it by yourself. This week, you are going to get in small teams and share with each other and add in details from your peers to show me communication and collaboration. Your Edpuzzles are all here. So one of the things that I'm noticing is some of you aren't getting this opened to where it says instructions, but you can click on each one of them here separately, and it will take you to the correct class period. So this is a video clip about the sustainability. This is a British video about research ethics. Gets into some of the considerations we have to take when we're doing research. This is an Edpuzzle that talks about how to use an app we're going to use for our next lab. So I want you to kind of mess around with it, try it out in your front yard or your backyard or a nearby park. It's pretty simple, but I want to be able to use that next week. And then we have our lab safety review and how to read article review, peer-reviewed articles. Okay, so those are your Edpuzzles for this week. It says 5 to 6 because I'm going to put this, the Edpuzzle for your week at a glance on here as well. Then you have free response questions. So there's always going to be 2 links here. One that has the free response question that you time yourself doing for 22 minutes. And then there'll be another link that's the scoring guidelines. And we're doing this in the exact same format that we did before. And then here is just a reminder that you are going to go to your Chapter 1 online textbook and earn 500 points. So I want to talk through that. And this is where I'm talking about you go to instructions. So I clicked on that assignment. This is the step that I've noticed some students don't complete. So if you go to instructions, it will show you your due date over here and tell you what you need to do. So your online textbook, I cannot bookmark because you have to log into it. So you need to go to your bookmarks. You need to go to wherever you put your Launchpad app. And you'll see that it'll log me into everybody's. And then you will go to your class period. It'll take you guys directly into your class period. And then what I want you to get familiar with is this calendar feature on the left. So your calendar feature, I know I have modified a couple different times because we did not get access when I hoped we would. But if you notice for this coming week, go ahead and do the getting started. I can move if you still haven't got access, you need to. But this is kind of explains how to use the app itself. You only need to do it once. It will not let me for some reason delete it, but just do this getting started once. Flashcards is something that we do in class. You're welcome to practice it on your own though. With flashcards, it's basically going to take you to another link for flashcards and then has you do a matching activity and gives you a total time it took you to get all the words matched. And we usually compare those and show me your screen. In class, you would be doing the exact same thing. You would be showing me your screen and showing me it took you 1 minute and 40 seconds to get them all matched. So we'll be doing that. And then learning curve is the one I want to click on. So I also want to talk to you about how you access. You just click and then you say open. So once I click and say open, you're going to see there's these learning targets here. And you can see some students have already done this, which is awesome. We are going to be changing this target to 500. Okay, so 500 is the total number of points I want you to earn. And how this program works is that it asks you questions. If you get it right the first time, then you get a certain number of points. If you don't get it right, then it will redirect you on where to relearn that information from your ebook in your textbook. And then it will ask you again. And so each time you don't get it correct, you earn less points, but then it will move you to the next target. So it's going to keep coming back and asking you these questions until you demonstrate your knowledge. So it's a great app for getting ready for your Chapter 1 test. Okay, so if I can also, this is the one thing I can do to preview it like a student. So I have this question, I read it, I answer whatever it is. If I get it right or wrong, it'll say sorry. And then it says, read the ebook page on this topic. There's no penalty for doing that. Or you can get a hint, but it's going to give you fewer points. If you show no answer or show an answer, no points. So if you just say, tell me what this answer is, you're going to get no points because that's not demonstrating that you learned it. It's demonstrated that you just looked at the answer. So hopefully, so if I said, okay, I don't remember this section, I can read on, okay, and then read through it and then go back and answer that question. Anyways, we will use this a lot. It's just a way to get us ready for our chapter test. So I'm going to go back to the home page. I'm going to go back to the calendar. And one of the things I'm going to have you do this week is on Wednesday, you'll have a chance to do the Chapter 1 practice exam. This does have a code to access. So on Monday and Tuesday, I will be giving you a code, and each class period is different, but that'll allow you to go take this practice exam, and it'll give you 3 attempts possible. This is the one out of your book. This is the practice one that comes straight out of your book, but I'm going to give you one where you'll be clicking answers in it. This is one we usually do as partners as a competition in class. So you'll have one on Wednesday. It'll click and it'll say you need this code, which I'll provide you. Anyways, that is the main features that we'll use throughout the year for this textbook. We're going to use this flashcard feature, this learning curve feature, and these practice exams. There are 2 practice exam types that'll show up here. One is straight from your book that your book has for you to do, that I will allow you to see the answers on. And then there's the one that we'll do as an actual exam assessment points that will go into Skyward that you have 3 attempts on as well. It is open notes, but it is timed. So that's it. Let me know if there's any problems with this. We do need to get enrolled in it, so come in at office hours if you're still struggling to get access. The codes are all working and the links are all working now. That's it.